Okay, so this is going to be a very brief statement. I'm Sherry Tross, and I'm the Chief of Mission for the OAS Electoral Observation Mission here for the elections in the Bahamas. It is our pleasure as the OAS to be here observing these elections. As you all know, this is the fourth time that the OAS has been here in the Bahamas observing elections. We were here in 2012, 2017, 2021, and now in 2026. It was my pleasure to also be in this position in 2017 as a Chief of Mission for the Electoral Observation Mission. So it's my second time around. I have great respect for the Bahamian people and for the strength of this democracy. I will tell you that we have with us on this particular observation mission 21 specialists, and we have deployed across New Providence, Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Eleuthera. So we expect to have a very good coverage of what happens today on Election Day. We have been here on the ground for a few days already, and we have met with a broad range of stakeholders, probably over 30 groups, political parties, candidates, civil society, the Chamber of Commerce, youth, women, a whole group of people. And so we've been able to gather diverse perspectives about what's been happening in the lead up to the elections. Because for us, when we're observing a process, not just what happens on election day. But today, we started very early. At 4 o'clock, our team was already on the road. We had an observer at the PRD observing the ballot boxes being loaded onto trucks and looking at the distribution. We have been in the polling stations by noon today. Our team had visited over 60 polling stations, and we're very proud of that. That observation is going to continue throughout the day, through the closing of the polls, the tabulation of the results, and the transmission of the results, so that we will have complete, comprehensive observation. So when we come to you after the elections and we share our observations, which we will, it will be because we have been there and we have seen it. And so what we report, we can report with confidence. And I will just close this by saying the Bahamian people tend to come out to vote. Bahamians vote. It's something that I always say with great admiration. And I hope to see Bahamians once again exercising their franchise this election day. Thank you.
For clarification, did you say 60 or 16?
60.
Okay. Can you spell your name for us, please?
Sherry, the last name T as in Tom, ROSS.
Can you share any initial areas of concern based on what your team has seen today at the various polling sites?
I will tell that we have not observed any major difficulties at this point. We were there at the opening of the polls. Most of them opened exactly on time and a few minutes later. But then everything proceeded thereafter with no difficulties. The lines were moving very smoothly. People waited in line not for extended periods, and they were in fairly comfortable situations. There were tents, we noticed, that were placed at some of the polling stations, and there were also chairs where people could sit if they needed to. So we have not observed that. Within the polling stations themselves, we have noted that the presiding officers are very well trained. Most of them have done several elections already, so there's a lot of experience and a lot of expertise. And our assessment is that the voters going in appear to have confidence in the capability and experience of the poll workers. It is also noteworthy that all of the parties, as well as independents, have poll workers. I mean, they have scrutineers within the polling stations, so that I think adds an extra level of credibility to the process, because it's being viewed by people who have different interests, different positions, but who all want the same thing: a strong Bahamas and a strong democracy.
Yeah. And have you been summoned, called to any place where there's been some challenge that has stood out to your team as an area of concern?
I am happy to say that we have not had an emergency call.
What about in the other islands? We see that in Nassau you managed to cover 60. Do you know how your teams are progressing in Abaco, Eleuthera, Grand Bahama, for example?
The teams in Abaco, Grand Bahama, and Eleuthera are doing very well. We have our mission control and